This comes from Mary Kay Cabot. Dearness Johnson has a decent chance to be back with the Browns. Again, with Hunt gone, there'll be opportunities for Johnson as well as Jerome Ford. We also are hearing from NFL rumors Kareem Hunt is receiving interest from the Miami Dolphins, which, again, not a surprise. Dolphins interested in Kareem Hunt. Jeff, I wouldn't be surprised if Dearness Johnson ends up back here if they can find a decent-sized deal. Somebody may go a little bit beyond where the Browns want to go just based on what he has shown when given the opportunity.
This is, for both of these guys, this is really, really interesting because, the Browns, between the two of them, shelled out about $9 million last year. If you were going to give out grades, Dearness Johnson, you're just going to give him an incomplete. Just did not get enough opportunity to where you would even, say that this is what he did or this is what he didn't do. He just didn't get opportunities. Kareem Hunt, the thing, and it's sad because Kareem was such a model tenant, for his time here with the Browns. But I think last year you saw that there was a little bit missing as far as overall juice. The second game is against Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati. There was a 4th and 1. Kareem was the only back on the field, and the Browns actually lined him up as a pure traditional fullback. I think they didn't have the faith in him to get the yard from a traditional tailback stance. Mike Hilton, the slot corner for the Bengals, still caught him. Luckily, Kareem was able to, roll forward to get that first down at the time. The thing with Kareem, and which is still a positive calling card for him, is, the NFL, as it continues to grow offensively, there is that big onus on running backs who can contribute in the receiving game. And Kareem really has not lost that part of his game. So maybe he goes to a situation where he is not running the ball traditionally as much as he used to, but can find a way to be a factor more in the passing game, 2-minute offenses, things like that. For Dearness, I think for Dearness, it's going to be what does he want to do? Because it'd even be tough for him, to look, for the Browns to say, here you go, we want you back. And you know what? You guys just paid me $2.5 million last year, and I'm truly thankful for it. But I barely played. I barely got to touch the ball. So, for Dearness, if he's going to come back, it's going to have to be some assurances that, hey, am I the number 2? Because, Jerome Ford obviously did a good job as a kickoff returner. If we're going into this year and it's going to be neck and neck as to who is the 2, and as we're all hearing, the Browns are look to shift, and the balance is certainly going to tip more to throwing the football, then where exactly would even be the role for the number 2 running back, let alone a possible number 3 running back? What Dearness did in 21, I think, was certainly underappreciated. He was one of the biggest bright spots of that offense, and, which led to him coming back for 2022. But if I'm Dearness, I certainly have some pause and hesitation because, look, the money will probably be similar wherever Dearness goes, but every guy wants to say, hey, man, at least I got the opportunity to go out there and try and do my thing.
Yeah, and again, to your point, there isn't a defined role that they're ready to hand him.